In football, points are a statistic. Qualification is a logistical goal. But today, the incentive is historical pride, the kind of legacy that outlasts a single tournament. It is the culmination of years of preparation for the millions who wear their nation's colors. We are watching England versus Ghana, Europe against Africa, the Three Lions against the Black Stars. This is a collision of distinct cultures and competing footballing philosophies. When these players step onto the grass, they are the focal point for two populations watching from crowded London pubs and the bustling streets and markets of Accra. Every sprint and every tackle is fueled by a collective national expectation. A result here does more than settle a group standing. It signals whether the established powers still hold their ground, or if the tournament's balance is tilting toward a new disruptor. For England, every tournament begins with the same cycle of intense belief, followed by the familiar question, is this finally the year? Since 1966, English fans have used this single moment as their benchmark. Generations have grown up dreaming of a repeat of this specific triumph, but the intervening decades are defined by heartbreak. You can see it in the supporters' faces, the residue of penalty shootouts, last-minute defeats, and near misses that continue to haunt the national memory. For this squad, a respectable performance is no longer the objective. They are here to satisfy a half-century of expectation and bring the trophy home. Standing in their way is a team that historically excels when the odds are against them. Ghana has spent decades challenging the sport's traditional hierarchy. In Ghana, football provides a primary source of national identity. This defiance is visible in every corner of the country, where the game is woven into the daily rhythm of life. These 11 players represent a new generation of Ghanaian talent. They play in the world's top leagues and possess the experience to face European gatekeepers without hesitation. They don't view this match as a defensive struggle for survival. They see it as a mandatory proving ground to earn their place among the elite. The atmosphere inside the stadium is electric. Thousands of flags are in motion, and the noise level rises as the final seconds of the countdown disappear. The players emerge from the tunnel into a wall of sound. England's squad looks focused, while Ghana's players appear composed and ready for the physical demands of a World Cup showdown. At the whistle, England immediately attempts to dictate the tempo. This tactical map shows their strategy. The blue arrows indicate a high pressing line and quick lateral ball movement. But look at the red shapes. Ghana responds with a high-intensity press, clashing into passing lanes, disrupting the rhythm, and turning the midfield into constant physical duels. Neither side will concede space. Every pass is contested, and every movement is tracked. In a game this tight, a single miscalculation in the center of the park could be the deciding factor. England eventually penetrates the penalty area. A shot is fired toward the bottom corner, a ball that usually finds the net, but the Ghanaian goalkeeper produces a reaction save that keeps the score level. While the English supporters react with shock, that save gives Ghana a visible surge of momentum. They begin to push higher, their passes becoming sharper, and their runs more ambitious. The game enters a phase of relentless back-and-forth action. You can see the intensity in these duels. Neither player is willing to back down from the physical challenge. Ghana breaks forward again. An attacker finds a pocket of space and unleashes a strike. In slow motion, you see how close this came to changing the match. The ball grazes the outer edge of the post and carries wide. That fraction of an inch preserves the deadlock, but it shifts the psychological weight of the game. Both teams now know that the margin between a win and a loss is almost invisible. As the match progresses, the caution increases. Every player is aware that a single error now becomes a permanent part of their professional record. The second half becomes a grueling test of endurance. England pushes forward, Ghana counters. This is the level of competition that defines the World Cup, a match where every clearance and every sprint carries maximum stakes. Fatigue begins to take hold. Legs are heavy, and the oxygen debt makes quick decision-making much more difficult. This is the most dangerous phase of the 90 minutes. At this level of exhaustion, technical skill is no longer the only variable. Success depends on which 11 players can maintain their mental discipline while their muscles seize and their breath becomes short. You can feel the anticipation in the stadium. Everyone, from the coaches to the fans, is waiting for the one decisive moment that will break the tie. Neither nation is showing signs of surrender. Both teams are committing every available resource to find a late winner. These specific World Cup moments are rare. They are the minutes that players will remember for the rest of their lives, regardless of the final score. When the final whistle eventually blows, the result will be archived in the memories of millions. One team will move closer to the next round, but both have already secured their place in the record of a tournament that demands everything from those who play it. The best part of this encounter may still be waiting to be seen.